In this video, I will be highlighting the transformation, special features, and other notables of the Self-Hanky-Ju Mantan gun from the 2008 Super Sentai series Engine Sentai go-onger. Hey, this is AV Unit 4A for CollectionDX.com. This is my 8th, count on my 8th, let's see, where is it? There it is, my 8th video review for CDX. This one's actually going to be a little bit on the simple side because it is, well, a very simple toy to work with. This is the go-onger standard sidearm, so naturally it has two modes of operation. Gun mode, which you see here, and rod mode, which I'll be showing you a little bit later. It hangs from the go-onger's belt buckles, or belts in the series, via this lever here, and what you do to disconnect it is, and this setup is very similar to the Boken weapon survey buster from, was it 2000, let's see, it would be 2006's, what was it, Go-Go Sentai go-onger, that's actually kind of a cool weapon, but you can see the handles are, virtually identical, so they operate the same way. What happens is, you twist it 90 degrees, and then you pull outwards, so I'm just going to get rid of this. Yeah, that's whole holster ropes, it just clicks on there, and whatever. Just like they do in the series, all Mantan guns, which are the standard personal sidearm of each go-onger, the Mantan guns do not work unless there's an engine soul put into them. Coincidentally, an engine soul is provided. Bus-ons. Which, well, I'll be drawing a little bit of detail on this later. So, Bus-on's engine soul is provided with this set. Here's how it works. You press down this lever, that pops up. There's a little spring button sitting right there. Well, I should say it's a catch, so that when you insert, let's see if I can do this so you guys can see it. When you insert the engine soul, it won't fall back out. And then you just push it in. Sound effects are thus. No idea what that means, somebody please tell me. No idea what that means, somebody please tell me. And that's pretty much the limits of the weapon, or the toy. You can see which engine soul's in here on this side, but on this side, you get the holes for the sound effects. So, this is not flexible like a real gas dispenser, by the way. This is some kind of soft plastic here. I'm not exactly sure what this is. And it's the same as this plastic down here. So, and the handle doesn't move either, the grip doesn't move either. The only thing that works is this trigger here, so that's it. And I'll be showing you how this guy transforms. Very simple, push up on the lever and this thing twists around 180 degrees to become, it slides diagonally. You don't push up, twist, actually you do twist. Yeah, and now I'm just going to flip this over so I can still hang on to it, and then you're just going to pull up on this. That's about 6.5 inches right there. And then you get the rod mode, which is their baton or nightstick form. Rod mode is, well, it operates pretty much the same way. You can still access the engine soul holster. Now notice, I can't put in the engine soul, you can only put the engine soul in one direction. That's always with the decal side and the transparent dome here facing each other, and again it won't fall out. So. Oh yeah, yeah, I noticed sometimes that happens. If you push it in hard enough and fast enough, it won't make any sounds. Now here's the cool thing, because engine souls have two sets of sound effects in them. There's the character stylized sound effects, which we already heard in gun mode, and then there's the generic one-size-fits-all sound effects that happen in rod mode. So by switching the handle specifically, you switch between those two effects. So believe me, the light is still going on over here. And I love it when he says that. And that's pretty much how this thing works. Again, it's very tight, doesn't go anywhere. This thing might actually hurt somebody if you whack them with it hard enough. Whether it would break or not, I'm not sure. So now, yeah, okay. So tell me, Ava, why is it that the engine sole is only provided with the Mantan gun and not with bus-on? Well, that's kind of part of the collecting gimmick. The only way you can get bus-on's engine sole is if you get the Mantan gun. But this engine sole is specifically designed for bus-on, who this guy is, who comes with the DX Engine Gate Engine O set. He's one of 3 sets. Now, I've already shown you how these things work, so I'm just gonna, oh boy, stick this in, and just like that. Now, let's see, yeah. So here's how these things work. You push on the wheels. Now you see right there, you heard an engine blast sound. You didn't hear a bus revving, or actually maybe you heard his bus-on missile firing. I'm not sure what the equivalent would be to that. So, but keep in mind, these are character sound effects specifically for Mr. Bus-on here. And the speaker is popping out in through between his legs there. So that works. Now, of course, when you only tap it on the one side, when you only tap this side, you get the personality sound effects. However, sorry to do this out of camera, things like that. I found out something kind of interesting. The other set of wheels also move as well, which means you take out the, sorry folks, you take out the go-on sword, which, by the way, looks just like an engine sole, and then you stick bus-on's engine sole in the other side, and what do you know, it still lights up. But I guess that also means, it means you get those generic one-size-fits-all sound effects on the other side, which is kind of interesting. So, and because you can't put engine soles in, you know, backwards, you can only put them in with the decal facing outwards. You only get those sound effects on the one side there. So in conclusion, the self-hinky-doo Mantan gun, I know I'm saying that second word wrong, it works very well. It's very easy to use, very simple to understand. My only complaint would be, I kind of gotta squeeze my fingers. I mean, even an extra, you know, ½ inch or something down here would help. Doing this doesn't help. Doing this doesn't really feel very good. So, doing this, whatever. So, yeah, this thing works. So, this is Ava Unit 4A for CollectionDX.com, signing off. Engine sole, minor detail. There's one other little minor detail about the engine sole that is worth mentioning. With previous video reviews on YouTube and for CDX, I've pointed out that when you press both of these buttons at the same time on the engine sole, they're somewhere hidden in there is an additional sound effect. Well, with both the Mantan gun and engine bus-on himself, you can't do that. So I'm going to use a very brave individual here, Mr. Gangagan himself, Engine Gunford. I'm going to demonstrate for you that extra sound effect. Stick this in. I know it's going to be the wrong sound effect. Oh well. Remember, this only happens when you can only access that sound effect when both of those buttons are pressed at the same time. Because of Gunford's unique physiology here, you get... Ah, there it is. The new sound effect. So, or the additional sound effect. So I'm going to get this out of him because he doesn't like that very much. So, yeah, that extra sound effect sits inside of bus-on's engine sole in a recap, and it's the only way you can get access to it. I mean, you could press, you know, paperclip or something up against there, but why would you want to scratch the plastic?